Good afternoon, everyone. Unthinkable blizzard warnings across all of the southeast Gulf Coast states. 9 inches of snow, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Pensacola, Florida, 10 inches of snow. All records broken for temperature and snowfall as far back as records go on every single state in the southeast U.S. Let's take a look at it. Starting off here, the first ever blizzard warning issued along the Gulf Coast. Deadly winter storm. That should say it all. Galveston, Texas, all the way over to Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. Ryan Maui, Blizzard Beach, unprecedented blizzard warnings for Louisiana, Gulf Coast. Not normal. Something has definitely changed. Lake Charles, 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking at the snow totals, 9.9 inches, 10.7 inches for Louisiana. Pensacola definitely eclipsed 10 inches. These trace amounts, and interstates are closed. As far as the Gulf Coast extends, heavy snow falling. Florida covering beaches. First ever blizzard warning for Florida as well. What are the chances? Louisiana, Texas, and Florida, all for the first time ever, blizzard warnings and winter storm warning. Anywhere that pink, winter storm warning, that orange is blizzard warning, and it's moving east. The snow is not stopping. Pensacola Beach, welcome to your holiday. Inches on the sand. Looking down where the volleyball courts should be, blowing, drifting snow. Don't think the turtles are going to be making it back this time. Gotta wait. Going to be crawling through 6.5 inches. Oh wait, that was at 5:45 p.m. Everywhere you see yellow, completely closed interstates. That blue is all snowfall. Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, Milton, Alabama, Mississippi, as far as that stretches on our maps. Taking a look, historic cold commencing. Second waves inbound, 25th. All-time record cold minimum temperature, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. And jumping out to the 25th, these are going to be the anomalous temperatures, meaning whatever temperature you see on that map is the degrees below your normal temperature for your area. That rose color is in the 40 and high 30 degree Fahrenheit below your normal temperature. So if your temperature is 30 degrees average, you're going 10 below zero. Sub-zero temperatures, and anywhere in that blue is 25 to 30 degrees below the normal. Get ready. This next cold wave is going to let that snow stick around. This ice storm is smashing Tallahassee all the way down to Gainesville, Savannah, Georgia, Charleston. Everything is paralyzed. We got freezing rain and sleet, and you notice that second box there, very difficult travel with the power outages. Taking a look at the map, it's just solid yellow power outages across this same profile that you see for the snowfall. And the deepest, heaviest effects are from Houston all the way up and follow that darker blue. And this is going to continue marching eastward. And so far, 7.5 inches in Pensacola, stopped after 8 straight hours. It's going to take days before any of these interstates or airports open back up. We have a new snow record in Pensacola, 10 inches of snow, official, breaking the old record 1895 of 3 inches. That's 3.5 times the previous record, but that would be expected with all the record rainfall transitioning to snow across the planet. It turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not carbs or fat or even probiotic-rich foods. Nope. The end game of having a healthy weight, as well as more energy and a long, healthy life, comes down to a specific switch which you can flip in your body to flush out unnecessary calories. Dr. Stephen Gundry is calling this caloric bypass. And by activating this specific process in your body, he's seen thousands, yes, thousands of people dramatically improve their health, even at age 50 and beyond. This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health that they had in their youth once they simply addressed this one key to better health. Dr. Stephen Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using this research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone, his health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/adapt. And he'll teach you exactly how he's kept his weight off for free at thehealthyfat.com/adapt. Click on that link in the description box below. And multiple locations with multiple records smashed, broken. 4 inches was the old record, 1954. We got 8.8 inches in Milton, doubling the old snow record, plus. And if you're going to swing down to Destin, as far as you can see, ice conditions. When do the iguanas fall from the trees? Well, they're dropping like flies. Going to be covered up. You won't even be able to see them. That green will be covered in white, and we'll have Santa-type iguanas running around. Do you think we need to hide out in a bunker here to get away from all the craziness on the planet's surface? Because whatever's changed has absolutely jumped so far ahead. But remember, the Seminole Indians had a name for this event in the 1640 to 1647 era. The Everglades froze every year. Little sheen of ice across the Everglades. They called it the Great White Rain. That was during the Maunder Minimum. We're seeing things come back since the late 1800s, but that's not 400 years of records. That's 150 years of records. We're jumping back in larger, more intense, more powerful cycles. Now, how's our civilization going to deal with this? Our pipes are going to have to be completely rerouted and buried much deeper in the ground. If this trend continues, which it looks like it's going to, our infrastructure is going to have to be completely rebuilt to deal with the intensity of what is now going to become the new normal on the planet. Bringing you here to Houston, roads closed as well. Not a single traveler there except maybe the snow plows moving up down through the roads. Arkansas was trying to supply some snow removal equipment, as we saw here past Christian, Mississippi. Everywhere you look, unprecedented snows in the southeast. Kevin, thank you for sending me this. Buddy of mine in Tennessee. Our mountains there got this snow cover as well over the last couple of days. Smoky Mountains is what you're looking at. Snowy Mountains is what we call them now. All the flight cancellations, thousands, plural, of flights are canceled. And it's going to be a prolonged multi-day period with the cold temperatures coming in. This snow is not going to melt off immediately like it normally would in an afternoon after some kind of dusting. This is going to be around for days. 10 inches of snow. They don't even have snow removal equipment in Florida for such deep snow. They're paralyzed at the moment. So is Louisiana. Until they get equipment from other states to come down to help. Once in a generation snowstorm. Heaviest snow in decades. Heaviest snow in a century. Plus, falling along the Gulf Coast. We got snows in Atlanta, so the Atlanta airport also, after its round 2 of ice storms. Historic New Orleans snowstorm, near blizzard conditions, but we saw that blizzard warning from the National Weather Service earlier, bringing you into coastal Louisiana. Not something you see every day. If you didn't get the warnings in the news and you woke up to this, you would think you were having a nightmare and would go back to bed. Looking down any street in New Orleans, some of the deepest, thickest flake snow that they have ever seen. You notice the lack of cars on the road. Remember, people cannot drive in this, are not used to it. So unless you want to have your insurance company repairing your auto, stay off the road. People are not used to these conditions at all. And I love these beachfront houses, but there's no insulation in them, barely at all. And getting snow like this, the amount of busted pipes and infrastructure is, whoa, insurance claims are going to be through the roof. Jumping over to Louisiana, top snow totals. Youngsville, 8 inches. Kaplan, 7 inches. Hathaway, 6 inches. You'll see the dots on the map there, just a little bit north and west of New Orleans. But where the rubber meets the road and the records get smashed is right here in New Orleans. They did have some non-official totals of 11 to 11.5 inches. National Weather Service puts it at a good 10. New record set, looking down the palmetto tree-lined streets, bathed in white. Partier's going to take a break right now. Bourbon Street on hold. Some people are out. Most can't even get to work if you have to drive. Cities closed. Emergency warnings out. Logan Gill's putting this out for us here. Is this correct? Of all the snow events in Louisiana since the early to mid 1950s to today, these 6 different events totally added up is less than this single event of all the previous snowfalls. So I thought I'd bring you the one, 1963-64 snowfall right here. Similar but different. That was 2 inches. They're up around 10. And like I said, this blistering cold is going to continue through the 24th and 25th. This brings it to Cuba this time. Cuba is going to be 10 degrees Celsius below the normal temperatures, would push that around 15 to maybe 17 degrees Fahrenheit under the normal, that far south. And look, that extends all the way down to the Yucatan Peninsula. You know, doing this Adapt 2030 channel for over a decade now and seeing things like this that were predicted to come that were so far beyond comprehension that all records would be smashed and people would be shaking their heads asking, what is going on? This is far more than anything that could be anticipated through traditional excuses. It had to be magnetic field based. Our Earth's magnetic field is going through significant changes right now. These extremes are going to continue to amplify as our magnetic field continues to decline. This is what they don't talk about. And that's why all these excuses from the 70s and 80s have been brought forward to right now. Verboten to talk about the real reasons why things are changing. But I hope you look into it. I do thank you for watching. Please share with your friends and family. And remember to take a look at the free course from Marjorie Wildcraft at the Grow Network. We're coming right into springtime. You're going to be wanting to grow some of your own food starting immediately. Supply chains are not going to be very robust moving forward. A lot of vegetables coming from California and other places are not going to be delivered. You're going to be more on your own than ever for your food. So please look at the course. It's free, an hour and a half on how to get you from zero to growing something. And also Thursday nights, 10 p.m. to midnight, Revolution Radio, the Civilization Cycle podcast live. Join us, civilizationcycle.com. Throw your email in there and we'll get you the show notes, 10 points that we discussed in last week's show, because it's going to take all of us coming up with solutions to get through this together. See you next time. Bye for now.